Hello everyone, it's Gwethon from Gwethon's Games, and I am going to be running Sarch Vorn. It's located in Cardigan, just south of Bree. I'll put the discovery location in the description, and I'm going to be running that in 2-player mode on level with my champion. Okay, so I'm running it with my champion now. All the gear that I've got I'm running the DPS version of the gear that I got from the bartering for moats at Mordor, the second location, except I've got a bit of out of combat run speed, and I've got a earring from the collector's edition of Minas Morgul when it was out. But area of effect, raging blade, feral strikes, okay, blade wall, fury of blade. So it's an AoE champion with everything running in yellow line, and I've been moving into blue. So let's go. Summoning Horn. It's the 2-player version, so there are some nice drops from the 2-player version. But let us get a move on. Okay. Yep, that's all going to come in. Okay, so this this champion has a lot of DPS for a champion. And it's going to do, normally for Sarch Vorn, I've wanted to run with characters that are high healing, but I'm going to try and get away with a character that is a very high DPS. We'll see how we go. I may have to go to the tank version of the gear for... Oh, okay, thrown around a little bit. Okay, and here's the first boss. So let's see how we go against the first boss in DPS mode. Lots of damage output. And it's down already. Okay, so I'll probably do the DPS version of this for everything except the final boss, but let's see what it dropped. It dropped a bow, which is bind to account, which is good. I actually have a bow that is lower damage, so that is definitely getting swapped in. Okay, so, and this is the way it starts. So I swapped the bow. So the first boss would seem to drop weapons, which has been fairly consistent across this. I'll go around and we'll see if we can pick up the second boss. So at this point hasn't dropped anything, the number of times I've done it, but that doesn't mean it's going to drop nothing in the future. There's lots of critters that turn up, so a good AoE character should have a bit of fun. Much faster than when I was running it with Bjorning, which has been able to do this. An overleveled Lawmaster was able to do it as well, but I'm trying to do it on level 2 player to see what gear I can get from drops. Oh, the other is exchange blows is what I've got also using quite frequently to try and reverse a bit of the damage that comes when I'm running the DPS version. We just keep the rage up and keep the battle going. So here's the second boss, and I'm going to get all of the deadlights come and attack me fairly shortly, because I'm going to go and attack one of them. They're all going to turn up. Exchange blows. A bit of a... Oh, they took all my power. So I'm going to have a bit of trouble with that. Okay, got the power back. Okay. So, we have the second boss. Let's see how we go with the second boss. Oh, looks like I need a little bit of hope. Okay, so that's gone. So let's try see if this chest actually drops anything, which, as I said, it hasn't dropped anything so far in the 2-player version. Ah, look, it's dropped a weapon. Okay, that's good. On level, as you would expect, because it's an on-level account. So that's 2 different weapons that have been dropped. 1 bow, 1 mace. That's good. And we have the third and final boss. Now the third boss is more difficult than the first 2, even with a good healer. So I'm going to actually swap my character over. I've got sequence bars set up so that I can swap over to my tank build. So I have a lot more hit points now, and I'm far more defensive in my gear. I can put in my description how to do that change if you are interested, but it's described by sequence bars, the creator of it, to show that. I actually need to have a token to get myself a bit of dread gone, and let's go in and have a look. So there's multiple phases to this. I don't know if I'm going to have enough health to be able to do this, but we'll find out. After the first phase, it splits, and one part goes over that side, one part goes over that side. You need to take them both down. And fairly typically, there's a bit of dialogue. Not really any way to get around it. $47k DPS is pretty good. It's very good, actually. We'll see what it drops to. So I've got a few healing options. Okay. There's got to be a remove fear. Where do I have a remove fear? Okay, I've got to get my remove fear going. If I don't get that going, I'm going to be in trouble. Just because I've got my health doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to get this. Okay, so it's feral strikes, isn't it? Oh, feral strikes that removes corruption. It's been a while. Okay. Now he's going to split into both sides. I need to take both of these out. See, the hard part about this was not knowing what my removes corruption ability was for my champion, and he's back. Okay, we'll do it again, but when he stops taking damage, I have to actually, yep, he's not taking damage anymore, so I've got to do the feral strikes again, and that's enough. He'll split again. Essence of Fear. So you can see that he was taking no damage until I took the corruption away from him. Okay, and we'll go the other one. And now he will turn into the big boss. One more hit, a couple more hits before that, but he will turn into the big boss. Okay, remove, and here we go. Okay, we've got a whole lot of stuff coming up fairly shortly, which I can take out, but I need to take the big boss. He's standing in the middle of a whole lot of stuff that I can't really get into, but that's okay, I will get there. Okay, so that is the instance. The main hard part of that was not being able to do the damage with not being able to do damage without removing the corruption, but I knew I had the ability to do that. It's just a matter of getting it. So I've got that. My title awarded is known to the Dunedain. Okay, so that's not a lot. But let's see what drops from the chest. We have a pocket item bind on equip, which is not as good as the one I've got, but it is bind on equip, so that it may go to another one. And I also got a tracery, purple tracery drop, which I'm going to disenchant. Okay, So I actually got 3 drops from that instance, from that run on level with the 2-player version of it. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Let me actually go back to my tank, to my DPS version, because that's the better build for most instances. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.